Hey, what's going on, guys? Archer Mark here. I'm back with another figure review. Today I have a Marvel Legends figure. This is from the Toys R Us exclusive S.H.I.E.L.D 3-pack. This is the Maria Hill figure. If you saw the previous video I did of the Nick Fury, you'll know I'm taking this 3-pack and I'm splitting it up into 3 different videos because I don't want these reviews to go too long and just be way too long to try and do all figures in one and do them justice. I don't want to rush through the figures. Now, I took a look at the packaging in more detail with the Nick Fury figure, so if you want to check out that video, get a better look at the packaging, feel free to check out that video. Okay, so here we go. Maria Hill, overall great figure. And we'll give you a little close-up and try and give you a nice up and down, as I like to do. And you see, very well sculpted. I love the way the whole outfit is sculpted. Little bits of blue and trimmed with black. And one thing I always love is when the joints are painted the same colors. It helps hide them. You can see the holsters with the sculpted guns in there, which I do not like. I'll go into more on that in a little bit. I think the hair is really well sculpted, like the way the bun is on the back there. I think that came out nicely. I like the S.H.I.E.L.D logos, as you can see here. A little bit of silver paint. See the S.H.I.E.L.D logo on the shoulder, and even one on this side. Okay. And see, again, I like you have the black trim on the side and a little bit up here by the wrists, and then you have the silver of the zipper right there, and the black boots, and again the straps on the holsters. Could use a little bit of paint on the buckles there, but they went just straight black. That's not a huge deal, but just a minor gripe. I think the facial sculpt I think is really well done. We don't have much to compare to. There haven't been that many Maria Hill figures. Certainly not in this scale, I don't believe. But I think the facial sculpt is really well done. I really like this character, Maria Hill. I'm pretty sure we're going to see her in Age of Ultron. She did at least one episode of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show, which was great to see. So I think it's a great character, and I'm glad we're finally getting a figure to go along with that great figure. One little touch, it's just a simple thing, is the earpiece, the little earpiece headset phone there. It's just obviously a very simple thing for Hasbro to do, and they put it in there. And little touches like that can really make a figure stand out, and I very much like that. Right. One thing, if you saw the Nick Fury review, he comes with 2 guns. He has 2 working holsters. They basically did not give this figure any accessories. But as I said, I think most collectors, if they get this pack, are going to take one of those guns. They're going to give one to Maria Hill. It's too bad she didn't get her own gun, but this is what we got. So she holds it really nicely, and it's really well done. It's nicely sculpted. Again, you saw this in the Nick Fury review, but again, we'll show you. You got this kind of like grayish silver kind of gunmetal. The little blue striping, I like that. I think it makes it look a little snazzy, kind of stand out there. And just to show you a comparison, we'll bring in the Black Widow figure, and you'll see there are some similarities, but there are differences as well. There's a little bit of differences on the arms. Certainly the hands are different. Black Widow has the gloves, and the upper torso, there's a difference. You can see the back side. So you have Maria Hill has the bottom part of this jacket that is sculpted there with the belt, and so little differences there. The legs are very similar. The boots, I think, are pretty much the same. Sculpted a little differently. I mentioned the gun holster. See, with Black Widow, they gave her a little bit of silver painting. a little more detail on her zipper and this little bit here, a little more detail on the zipper. But you know, Black Widow is a bigger character. It's a more full character. So I could see why a little more detail, a little more effort would be put in there. And again, these guns do not come with the Black Widow figure. Just in case you're wondering, I took these from the Agent Venom figure. So a lot of similarities, but some differences as well. So they didn't just take the Black Widow figure and just slap a Maria Hill head on there, which is good. So we'll go over the articulation, which I think is really well done, and it's really nice. Yeah, ball jointed neck, ball hinge shoulders, which again they go up nice to kind of like almost got like a ratchet joint, but the head is really well done. Moves around up, down, left, and right. Lots of range of movement there. Single joint on the elbows. Swivels at the wrists and hinge joints at the wrists. And they're not overly tight. They're not overly loose. They're really, really well done here. Ball jointed upper torso here. Good, nice fluid movement as you can see here. Upper thigh swivel. This is the tightest part, and is hindered a little bit by the belt. The legs move forward and back. More of a forward motion in the back, and again, restrict a little bit because of the way the belt is sculpted. You have double joints on the knees and hinge joints on the ankles, and you do have ankle pivot. I don't want to move those just because one thing with her is she can be a little tricky to stand up, and you really have to get her position. You almost have to like stand her up on her tippy toes to get her to stand. So I try not to move the ankles too much. I like to get them in that position, and she just doesn't want to stand. Again, it's just a problem. I've mentioned this before with female characters. They just have problems standing sometimes. And so you can get her to stand if you just get it in the right position. It's just not working out right now, but I'll play around with it later. But she will stand. In fact, she stands a little better than the Black Widow figure. Again, overall, great figure. I think it's well worth picking up this pack. Overall, it's a great pack. Again, once you see all three videos, and I'll give my overall impressions once I get through the three videos. But, again, you have Maria Hill, you have the Agent Coulson, which I'll review next, which, again, not a lot of figures of those characters. And then you have the Nick Fury, which, if you didn't get the original Walmart version, then here's a second chance. And, I don't know if we'll see single-carded versions of these characters. There she finally stands. And so, definitely worth picking this up. It's around the $50 mark. If you wait a little bit, maybe it'll go down in price. Who knows? But certainly, you're getting your money's worth with this pack. Absolutely. Hope you enjoyed this review. As usual, comment, rate, subscribe. If you want, again, check out the Nick Fury review that was done earlier. And until then, stay tuned for my next review, which will be the Agent Coulson. And until then, have a good day, and Avengers Assemble.